Today we might just try about the silliest thing ever. We're gonna see how many rounds we can beat today with primarily a tower that is obviously very well known for doing lots of damage, and we're talking about the Absolute Zero. And why the Absolute Zero is because it did get buffed to do a lot more damage this update. Extra damage to ceramics, and now the global attack, which used to just be a freeze, is an extra damage, as well as the ability grants +4 frozen damage, which you would think is a buff because it's more damage, but this actually hurts the tower kinda as a stalling option, in which you would actually rather have a lot less damage than it currently has. Hell, as you saw, even Ninja Kiwi itself was saying that giving it more damage would end up being a nerf, so there's obviously not going to be a 2 Mega Pops run because there is no shot this thing can get anywhere close to 2 million pops. But we will see how much, though. I think 1 million is definitely in the works. Above that, I don't know. I don't know a good estimate. Now, obviously, in order to this tower to get a lot of pops, I have ended up picking Gibraldo over here. Obviously, I'm also not going to use the hot sauce. Ignore it being yellow. Just imagine it's red. But yeah, hot sauce obviously not part of the spirit of the challenge, so we're not using it. And also, until we get Absolute Zero, the ice tower is going to be pretty much absolutely worthless in doing damage. I mean, it's still going to be worthless even at tier 5, but it's obviously going to be, I think, adequate enough to see some decent damage numbers pop up, I think. Oh yeah, and also 3 mines around so that I can make more income, and thus more support buffs we can add to Absolute Zero. Obviously at the cost of technically not being the greatest map for it, unless we get enough range to where it perfectly covers the circle on this map, but right now we can't put it there. We have to kind of put it in a very awkward spot. I always keep trying to go for a sub for early game defense, but Adasaurus is better because it can pop frozen and thus synergize better with Ice Monkey. Now that I got this, I think we can start getting deeper into Deep Freeze and beyond. An Arctic Wind would be nice. And now Arctic Wind. Arguably a bit early to get it, but it's all good. Cold Snap, Arctic Wind also survived the camo solo, but only leaving 1 road spike left, which is very, very, very sus. I'm gonna do a replay and go for the 3k removal right now, so minus 3k in the hole, but I hope it pays off in the long run. I mean, it should, because Arctic Wind slowing everything down should give it enough time to clear everything, but that does not seem to be the case. I think I have to... Oh, I didn't remove it, thankfully. Maybe I hold off? Nah, remove it anyway. We'll just make the Ada a little bit stronger. So, get another beast here. Get it to Microraptor and merge it for at least 4 out of 6. There. A little bit of power goes a long way. Camo Whites end up spawning next round, so I'm definitely gonna need something for that. I think we'll just get over with and submerge sub, yeah. This will allow the Adasaurus to work on it too, so I call that worth. Just end up getting a 6 out of 6, because I'm definitely gonna need that for the MOAB here. Hell, I don't even know in that case if it's gonna be enough, but I'll unsubmerge a sub 2 for some damage. And Verdict, can we slay the MOAB? Yes, we can. Can the Snowstorm catch all of them? No, definitely not. But we got a lot of money to work with now, even with the 3k removal. Or alternatively, we could just, do it differently. Maybe this time. Yeah, there we go. Let the Ice Monkey pop the ceramic itself so that we don't spawn pinks. We spawn very easy to deal with blues and reds, and so no need to spend money. Absolutely massive stuff. Now, obviously, I know the Adasaurus isn't very good at like preventing pops because the Arctic Wind can get a lot of pops here, simply from the like us not turning them into reds. We just gotta strip it down to pink layer. And it's just the rest. But I'm not worried about like 10,000 damage because again, 2 million isn't gonna be possible anyway. 99% of the pops are gonna be in the late game. And there's the cash out. I think I'm gonna agree for 1 more cash out. 10k should give us enough for the jump for Absolute Zero. 10 rounds from now. We get Snowstorm now, and that's also already a big jump. Some extra utility to our name. Hell, if we could get an MIB so that we don't need this Adasaurus, that would be amazing, because we need that for the Absolute Zero too. I think before I go for Absolute Zero, I might also want to invest in an Alch buff. Notably because, like, if I only need to strip the Zebra layer, maybe Alchemist can just do that for me. It does, like, 1 damage, which certainly is enough to strip. We'll test it out this round here. See if, like, we can keep, or if we can get down those Zebras right there. And the whites along with it too. And then just have the Addistors back here for, like, cleanup. And that honestly seems to be working very well. I only see a couple strays leaking. And that's a lot more pops saved on the on the Addisaurus. Obviously, 873 is a lot on the Alchemist, but actually, yeah, I don't know, man. It might be a lot for this early. I'll put it back in first. Again, I've decided myself already. I don't want to be too anal about it. I want to take these rounds a little chill. Sometimes, yeah, I just want to chill time and not have to sweat their ass off in every challenge. Some days that might be what I prefer, though, I will admit. Anyway, double discount first, and then we'll get some more stuff to go along with it. Might as well get stronger stim for more attack speed. Or Absolute Zero. It's getting Pierce Cap this round. Yes, it is. Okay, this might be one of those rounds I actually have to move back in because the Rico farm is bad. Real bad. Addisaurus, thankfully, will melt it down well enough. Beautiful. Now, seeing as we died, like, or barely survived on round 40 against a Moab, I probably just have to buy an Airburst starts before Absolute Zero. Because right now, this thing doesn't even attack it. Do damage to it. The best we can do is freeze it for, like, 3 seconds, but that's not gonna fly for, well, multiple mobs, like, as you see here. So I'll freeze it now. Guess we can hold off on Airburst if I can possibly milk it. Okay, 2 mobs this round. I guess it's actually easier because I put my beast handlers in a spot where I don't have intel for, like, the other half over here. So dealing with 2 actually seems just fine. Okay, just 1 more round to go, ladies and gents. I can smell it. I can smell it. There's 1 Moab, and here's the last one with a snowstorm. 2 still go to add a lot more damage to the mix. And there it is, popped. Move it down here. Don't die. 15k cash out. And now the real fun begins. Let's go. Submerge us back. And yeah, there's just so many. There's a plethora of buffs to get. First off, prime entering. And second off, maybe I should have saved some money so that I can make more money this game still with, you know, this 25k removal. But before that, I think a MIB is definitely needed. Or maybe not. As you see, Absolute Zero's ability can work through, like, White Bloons, see? Use the ability and it's gone now. With a Frozen buff, it does a whopping, yeah, 5 damage, pretty crazy. And mob damage is 6 at a time now. And as you see, I mean, it takes a while, but it does work eventually, even without an Addisaurus. Just pure, raw, Absolute Zero. The fact that we're doing a damage challenge with Absolute Zero just goes to show that, well, again, the sky's the limit for this game. You can basically do anything with any tower, even if it does not fit completely. I'm greedy, and I also think the mid doesn't seem that necessary. So I'll try to save for the 25k right now, but again, that's going to be very painful because these rounds take very long. So we'll go on 10x here and hope I can use my abilities and time them well enough. Hopefully, we can. Actually, I'm not confident it's a BFB. We'll unsubmerge it briefly. Although I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how much a sub really does. This could be really bad. Moab popped 2 loops in. I only have 1 loop to deal with this now, and it's over, right? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Okay, I'm not gonna lie, we got pretty far though, but there's definitely a lot of work to do. Okay, I know. Can I double discount glue fit? Well, right here it can, and we'll just go straight for an 042. This is +2 damage, so I think that's pretty efficient, isn't it? Glue strike now? And wait a minute. It's going up by +10. But here's the thing, though. Glue strike does +2. It does not do +4. So where is the +6 to +10 coming from? Well, I did some testing before this, and I'm pretty sure it might be undocumented somewhere, but it feels like there's an X2 damage bonus rather than an additive for the Absolute Zero. Basically what I'm saying is that even the damage given from the stronger stimulant is, like, should have only been +2, but it's also +4 because X2. So that's why I was doing 6 damage, because it normally does 2 damage, or rather 1 damage that was multiplied by 2. So I guess if you think about it just from an additive perspective, this is +2, and then a base 1, then it's 5 times 2, so 10. And as you see, Glue Strike, big difference. I think this is the key to our win. Yup, these MOABs pop so quickly now. It's not even funny. 1.5 loops. Alright, we can make 25k now. Now, I will say, no round is going to come easy, though. It's going to take a long-ass time to beat each individual round with the F-Zero, but I'm determined. Man, this 25k is taking a lot longer to save up for than I thought. What a struggle, but there it is finally. We'll make sure to save 13k once this gets removed so that we can jump straight to 50k. Because I don't want to have to try to save up for that again. Finally, it took so long, but we can try to gun for more support now. I think Ultra, or rather, just Overclock, really. More attacks, more 10 damage shots, basically. Oh, also, we just got level 14 Gibraltar, which gives more range with the Sea Invisibility. I'll just do it, because since I don't have a Chinook right now, this is just so much cheaper of an option. And should grant me just a wee bit of extra damage that I so desperately need. This way, I don't even know if I have the money for Chinook. Yes, I'm saying that as I play this map, it grants me all this extra money. But until I cash out the final, like, mine, I know the final one's technically at the bottom right, but I'm referring to, like, within reason of this game, which is the one at the top there. Until I get the 72k cash out, we're basically working at negative money throughout this run so far. One more absolute zero to clean up, 77. First fortified BFB, this should be interesting. But thankfully I got Overclock just in time. What's interesting actually is, as I froze these balloons, but Abduzir does not seem to attack them at all. When they're the only one on screen. I didn't realize that. Come on, clutch this up here, please, for me. Oh god, that's close. We'll move the Adosaurus here. There we go. One more freeze over here. And we got it, but just barely. Alright, Mob Glue should help immensely. Can't believe it took so long for that. Thank god for a speed hack. If not, I might be, like, on this round for 10 billion years. I'm not even kidding. Because I know, as you see, Abduzir can easily deal with this. It just takes freaking forever with how slow it is moving. Actually, I should avoid using the freeze ability. If it stops attacking entirely, that should buy us more time, in theory. One more loop for these BFBs. I will freeze them to buy myself some time here. Uh-oh. This might be cutting it tight. Oh my god, it's actually not enough. I think I just gotta use a little bit of extra damage here. Very close, but yeah. Probably doesn't unsubmerge a sub and redo. Actually, this is strange. Again, like, it didn't work for BFBs, but this still attacks when it's frozen, so I'm not sure what was up with the FBFBs there. That was the first time I realized that, or noticed that. So that was easy after just simply adding a sub. We're 3 rounds away, so I'm gonna hold all my cash at this point and save for the 50k. Alright, and there's the 37k cash out. Remove this, and we only have 4k left over. Well, I know... Actually, I don't know if that's worth being spent on a Relentless Glue, because the thing is, it's not gonna be a chain reaction of mobs popping. It's gonna be all the mobs pop at the same time, and so I think in that case, Relentless is kind of worthless. Because the beauty in it is beating one mob every, like, half a second. And then creating an infinite chain stun, which I don't know happens here. Plus, it doesn't really work on, you know, ZMGs that well, so no. Oh boy, I hope I don't die here. I spent a lot of time to get through 87. Please. Oh. Yeah, 2 more ZMGs this round. Great, great. I'll unsubmerge this prematurely, but you take a look here. 500,000 pops already. Yeah, it's actually nuts. You don't reach 50% of the pops in normal chimps mode until round 93 out of 100. Half of the pops are contained in the final 7, 8 rounds. Oh, I've never seen DDTs yet. These are fine, right? I might need an extra snowstorm for this, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, these work different than normal, don't they? Thankfully, they are enough to work to pop, so not too worried, because this unlocks after round 93. I've decided this round I'm finally going to just get a Chinook, because it also does damage, kind of like the Submerged Sub, so it helps to resume G rounds, but yeah, most importantly, I just need this range here. Beautiful. Does get blocked by line of sight, but that's not gonna be an issue in 2 rounds from now. And now look at this. Look at this beautiful ring of death we have created. Beautiful. Should make round 93 a bit easier too, I hope, right? Freeze now. Constant glue strike, but it constantly doing that 10 damage is gonna, yeah, make this very easy. And there we go. We are just about to unlock $72,000. It's like we just hit big on the lottery. What are we gonna do with all of this money? I don't even know. Also, clutch Chinook there. We could do Ultra Boost. So this is an extra 67% extra. Yeah. I can do 10 Ultra Boost. These rounds are so long. You can really just get all 10 stacks in one round. I was just gonna do like Homeland Defense, but then I realized, well, that's the same amount of money, and it's less consistent, even though it is overall, if you combine everything, more attack speed at peak. But I'm okay with skipping out on that. And let's see now, with all this extra attack speed and plate coverage, or range coverage, I mean, I'm thinking about the wrong thing too much. We should be able to beat ZMGs without assistance, right? 9 stacks now, a constant glue strike, and come on, freeze that. Beautiful, and there's the 10th stack right here. DDT's here, I ain't worried at all. Check this out, glue strike, freeze, and anytime now, they should all pop at pretty much close at the same time. Okay, ZMGs might be a little bit scary if I don't add additional help. So, I'll add a Submerged Sub here, that's all. Oh, hell no, I just realized an issue. So, we ran out of Ultra Boost stacks because the round lasted so long that I can only use 10 a round. So, I have to replace it with normal overclock. Unfortunately, I'm dead. Well, that's okay then. I'll just use my Chinook to do damage. We'll also, I think, add a 1 Sabo, but no more money because I need round 100 defense, obviously. I don't think you get the plus 10 damage on... I don't even know if this thing can target bads. Up to 0. So we need to basically save 28,000 bad damage for that round, so at least 10k would be nice. Ah, okay. MOABs entering the last bend. God, even with all that additional help and the Sabo, that was spook. Okay, 97 is the hardest round, trust me. We're good from here. 98, instead of being hard, will be very fun, because we will see the most amount of damage we have seen in a long time so far. Down to the last MOABs, and goodbye. 1.7 million pops is far beyond what I imagined for this tower. Again, no Jerry Fire is the kicker here. Don't forget, too, that we also have rejuve potions, but I'd rather save those for the last round, to be honest. With all the attack speed here, yeah, fortifieds are no issue. And now, I guess a first strike plus 2 rejuves is enough. Yeah. Psych, I can't even afford one. Oh, no, I can. $93, but wait, no rejuve. Okay, what if we don't need a rejuve? Just glue Spike Storm. How about 1 rejuve, though? 1. Also, I'm mistaken. Up to 0 does damage. Does damage the bad. Spike Storm does how much? Ooh, that's pretty good. Okay. 2 should do it then. Rejuve now. I'll Ultra Boost for fun. Another one with Glue Strike. We just need to pop this with, I think, 2 plus rounds. Yeah, 2 loops to spare. Especially for the ZMGs. So that's done. And the rest should be easy from here. Alright, move Spike Storm over here. Probably a little bit too late. It probably did a lot of damage, but it's fine. It's fine. Final stretch, and I think there's still 1 loop left to go. And our final pop count is going to be what on the up to 0? 1.768, I believe. Damn. Just doing some quick maths. That's like 88% of the total pops and chips from, once again, one of the most support towers in the support category. Like, that's how supporty this support tower is. Well, that was a lot of effort, and by effort I mean just pressing a button 500 thousands of times. Didn't see how many abilities I used in the end screen there, but must have been a lot. Thank you for watching though, and tuning into yet another episode of some crazy shit we do in BT6. Yeah, that's about it.